Trump is booed while swearing in military service members at the Commanders Lions game. I'm just diving right into it. Donald Trump gets booed at Commanders game, which is interesting because he literally wanted to go and purchase the Commanders frickin' the stadium and change it. And he's getting booed so hard. His brain is leaking. Keep politics out of my sports. Yeah, get the hell out of here, Donald Trump. You, dude, people hate him. People hate him and it's awesome. Wait. I'm sorry, what?
I have said your name.
Wait. Is that normal? Is that like, did he, is that, he's not, like this is a swearing in, right? Booing a swearing in. Oh, he's leading them in the swearing in. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my God, for a second I lost my mind. I thought he was just like, he was pulling a Brandon by reading state your name. Okay, to be fair, he's having them state their names because it's a swearing in. It's normal. The TDS is kicking your ass. Listen. First of all, it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Okay? It's 4 a.m. And I only saw the booing. I didn't realize he said, when I heard the I state your name, I thought, well, that's a little strange. But yeah, that makes sense. The Alzheimer's dementia combo is going to hit hard. No. That makes sense. The I state your name makes sense because the swearing in ceremony. Bro, the Chiron has a typo and it's f***ing me up. Trump is booed while swearing in the military service members. Yeah, that makes sense. The booing is crazy though. Like, dude, do people hate him so much that they're booing a swearing in ceremony? That's awesome. The people despise this man. They do not f*** with him at all. And of course, this is an interesting story because like this came super close to Donald Trump getting a lifeline. He was getting booed. Obviously, part of the reason why he was getting booed is because people are very frustrated with Donald Trump. Why are they very frustrated with Donald Trump? Because he's been doing Gilded Age shit for no reason throughout this entire government shutdown. But of course, lo and behold, as I told you guys last week, when I was in DC, I saw some early warning signs. I saw some early fears. Okay, I saw some early warning signs and you guys were asking me like, what do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. Why would the Democrats actually turn around and cave on the shutdown? Do you remember when we had that conversation when I was like, I'm in DC for a little bit and I've been around and the things I've heard from what's going on over here would shock you. Remember? And then also remember when I said they're kind of fearful about the filibuster and that's part of the reason why they will most likely cave on the shutdown. Yeah. I mean, even when I was giving you guys this info at the time, I was like, there's no way, right? Like, there's no way. I just, I think it's suspicious. It's too bad. There's no shot. There's no way, right? They cave because they want to keep the filibuster. Yes. Dude, it is insane. All right. It is insane. Imagine being Trump. You've beaten the Dems twice, been impeached, nearly gone to jail, never let go of your sense of victimhood. Meanwhile, the Democrats quit the moment things get hard. Their retirees lead negotiations. You really wonder why God gave you such weak opposition. Now, the reality of the matter is, I guess he has the heavens mandate. Okay, you have to recognize at this point. It's just that the Democrats don't actually want to win. The Democrats do not want to win. The Democrats do not want to legislate. The Democrats don't want to be there for the population. The Democrats are simply here to be a nuisance. Okay? They're here to constantly be annoying. They're here to lose. They're not here to actually do right by their voters. they are here to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And there are plenty of people on the base of support that also actually go along with this. They constantly follow the lead of some of the worst political instincts I have ever encountered in my entire life. It's not Trump's resilience that is impressive. I think it's the Democratic Party's capacity to lose that is impressive. I'm sorry. I can no longer sit here and act as though Trump's a brilliant machine politician. He is not. Okay? He is not. It is actually the Democrats that have created this environment for Donald Trump, and it will always be the Democrats that will continue creating this environment for Donald Trump. But at least on the one hand, I have seen finally that there are a lot of people who say that they're liberals and libtarded or whatever that are finally coming to their senses. I saw Brian Tyler Cohen freaking out about this shit. I saw Harry Hasan freaking out about this shit. Like on the influencer side, there are plenty of Democrats who are like, enough is enough. Like do your job, do your job, do anything. Now, for those of you who don't understand why we're so frustrated about this, if you weren't like paying close attention, there was a government shutdown that took place. I believe it was like 40 days or something. It was literally a record-breaking government shutdown. And government shutdowns are obviously very damaging because when the government is shut down, there's a lot of federal workers that are furloughed. There's a lot of mouths that you can't feed, right? And it's a terrifying predicament for anyone who actually cares about their constituents. Having said that, the government shutdown is usually the last political tool that the minority party has at their disposal to actually get their agenda across in an effort to actually defend, even larger number of Americans, for example. So, like, that's precisely what was going on here. It's been 41 days, and the government was shut down because Donald Trump and the Republican Party has cut ACA subsidies, which means like 24 million Americans, tens of millions of Americans are actually no longer going to get their health care. They're going to get kicked off of their health care coverage because their insurance premiums are far too costly. The ACA subsidies were taken away from these people, and their health care is about to triple in cost, right? These are the reasons why the Democrats were supposed to be fighting for, the shutdown to get the Republicans to come back to the table and offer subsidies on ACA, also known as Obamacare, which is already a Band-Aid solution. So like half the time when I'm advocating for this stuff, I'm advocating for the Democrats and their signature policy that they should be defending. Like, I'm a Medicare for all guy. If I had no investment or concern or consideration for the average working class American, I would just say, let it burn. Who gives a shit? This entire thing is busted anyway. It's a Band-Aid, and let's rebuild Medicare for all. But obviously it doesn't work that way. I want Americans to have healthcare, so I'm defending goddamn Chuck Schumer and goddamn Hakeem Jeffries because I want them to defend the ACA subsidies, which I don't even agree with. And even then, the Democrats still end up doing this race to the bottom bullshit and it up. I can't believe it. It's like, I want the Dems to do Dem shit, and they can't even do Dem shit. What are we doing at this point? Suck my cock, man. You guys do not give a about the working class. You do not give a about your voters. I don't even know what you give a about. Old, decrepit, weak, feeble, monstrous, corrupt pieces of shit they are. They don't care about fighting against Donald Trump. They do not care about being an opposition party. They do not care about anything. And I hate them so much. I hate them with my entire heart and soul, because at least I know Donald Trump is evil. Okay? I know Donald Trump is evil, but the Democrats are supposed to not be evil. Okay? They're at least supposed to be like, oh, we tried our best, but we couldn't do it. But no, time and time again, oh my Lord, dude, they are such assholes. If they fought for Americans with a fraction of the severity that they fight for Israel, okay, we would be in an entirely different predicament. We'd be in an entirely different country. But yes, yesterday, before the shutdown happened, I said, no one wants to see the government shutdown continue. Why is this weirdo blaming the Dems? You just won the election on being in opposition to Republicans and instantly shift the blame back to the Dems. Can't stand centrist Dems. This was before, okay? I need you to understand, this was before the shutdown actually officially became reality. Except Hutch, he's calling it a masterful gamble. When has Hutch ever been right in his entire political career? Please never bring that bald loser's name in this chat ever again. We're actually having an adult conversation about the goddamn Democratic Party and its failures. I don't need to hear from someone who doesn't know anything, and his only investment in this is to basically either say Hasan thugs over and over again, okay? Because his Call of Duty career imploded in of itself, and he decided to hitch his wagon to like destiny and become that kind of political commentator. Nobody gives a shit about what he has to say because he's wrong all the time. Shut the fuck up. Never bring up his name in here again while we're doing serious political commentary. These are people who follow the notes of the Democratic Party. They are not here with a broader vision. They're not here to tell the Democrats what they're supposed to do. They're just here to say, no, whatever the decision they made is actually the good one because they're stupid. It makes sense because they just want to be like, you know, they just want to do contentious commentary to someone like myself for the most part. That's it. But the point is, there are still a lot of centrist Democrats who unironically are just like Kamala heads and they're Biden heads and they're very weird and they love, you know, they love the establishment Dems and they think that everyone is wrong for shitting on the establishment Dems and that it's fine, but they're like centrist. I don't know. Gavin Newsom with an oddly similar tone to you. I know. He said pathetic. Yeah, he wants to be president so bad. He wants to be the leader of the Democratic Party so bad. I am so sick of weak Democrats. We need fighters who will stand up to Trump and MAGA. We need a big tent of fighters, not folders. As I made clear, I'm a liberal. Someone like Zohran Mamdani is farther left than I am, but I'd rather vote for him than a weak liberal who doesn't stand for anything. I will support fighters, not folders. Now, respect for him for saying that, but also, bitch, you're Harry Hasan. We know in your age group that, like, we know you love Zohran. You don't have to farm this, like, I'm actually a reasonable centrist liberal and Zohran is much more further left than me. What is this? What is this? Do you just, no, I don't believe Harry. Yeah, he loves Zohran. Of course he does. All these guys do. It's so funny that he's like, I'm a liberal and I am a reasonable liberal and I think Zohran is to the left of me. No, he's not. Shut the fuck up. You're just saying that because you think that's what like the older consultants want to hear. You think that's what the older consultants want to hear. Trust me, as someone the older consultants hear from all the time, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself. Be honest. Should AOC or Bernie be tweeting this? Yeah, I mean, this is inside baseball. I don't know how much like they should be pushing on the buttons here, but obviously a lot of people are frustrated. Okay, Ro Khanna actually came out and did the Ro Khanna cycle one more time. My goat. The Ro Khanna cycle is so alive and so well that by the end of this Ro Khanna cycle, I think we're eventually going to reach a point where he just says like full luxury gay space communism one day. And then the next day he's going to be like, if you don't let banks put a lien on your child's potential future gainful employment salary for even the thought of getting a Klarna payment processor for your next Domino's pizza, you should be arrested. Like he swings so wildly, and every time he swings, he either goes max left or max right. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what the he's trying to do. I think he basically realized that like the median voter, we showed this chipmunk. We try to get this chipmunk to understand the mind of the median voter, and he killed himself. Like that's Ro Khanna saw that and was like, bet. Like that is true. He saw that and was like, bet. I understand the mindset of the median voter. I will become the median voter. Remember when I met him, I actually showed him the Ro Khanna meme and I was like, do you know this? And he's like, of course I know this. Did I say chipmunk? I'm sorry, I meant chimpanzee. Man. Anyway, I'm just slamming coffees over here. Does Republicans have a plan to replace the Obamacare with? Do the Republicans have a plan? Yeah, dude. Yeah, they got a plan. It's called It's called Eat Shit and Die. Okay? That's what their plan is called. Guess what? It's called We Are Going to Kill You If You Make Under $250,000 a year. That's the Republican. Oh shit, you scared the fuck out of me. That's the Republican plan, dude. The Republican plan is eat shit and die, you poor broke boys.